Whoa, greetings. All right, thank you for joining us. All right, this is the chat portion of the webinar. Got here a little bit late. Usually I try around 10:30. So here we are. Blessings. And here we go. All right, bringing in the angels and aliens and positive vibrations for a positive connection. Gundam, any messages? Yeah, that's I need to get closer. Gundam, any messages from higher self? Let's see. You're going through a new I would say thought pattern of what to do. New timelines are being opened, but might seem like the same. Well, something about your work will get more exciting in some areas, but it would be mostly the same old. But January would be a time of great change, but I'm not going into details of what that means. Question 2, any messages from Prime Creator? Just believe in yourself and your new directions that you're going to, because there will be more. It will be manifesting a new way of doing things. It just has not showed itself to you yet. So you are building the building blocks of a new way of life. Was it Ketowin? Who are the White Dragon Society? The ones who deal with the deep state? Are they ET? Yes, they are. The White Dragon Society. They're obviously a secretive group. They do connect to the Nordics a lot, but they don't like to be seen. Usually they go invisible. Usually, meaning they really don't want anybody to see them. But they do appear to species and beings that they feel like they need to connect to. But for the most part, they stay hidden. They show up when they feel like it. So, yeah, they can appear out of nowhere, definitely. They are part of like engineering the deep state in some regard. They keep it out of for us to see it, at least for now. That's right. I want to make sure that my audio is working. Okay, just making sure we're all. Stephen Davies, any messages for me? You're going into a new timeline energy during this December. You're connecting more with Orion, most likely, and also many more insectoid beings. There's also a pyramid energy you're connecting to. In the higher dimensions, you go into a pyramid you might be able to pick this up, and there's a lot of Arcturian energies, and there are a lot of insectoid beings at the like the roof of it that are looking down. So it's free to connect with. Let's go into details further of that. Do I have any alien plants? I don't believe so. You do have a lot of connections to Orion, though, that's for sure. You might feel like you have implants because you're connected to new energies they're not used to. At least the more the Orion energies have been going through you more. Let's see. Do I have any message? Oh, sorry, James. Do I have any messages? Let's see. Let's see. Building blocks of new reality. You are connected to a triangle group. It's not the golden triangles, are different color. Like there's like a red triangle group they're connected to. They say it's connected to like a Zeta group. The Zetas have created them in their past ancient world. Usually they're not seen very often, but it's the triangle beings that you are. It's basically its foundations. It's like like the building blocks before human form is created, at least for our world. So you could say our society is more objects before we became human. You can say so. However you want to look at it, it has a lot of DNA. It's like it's storing DNA within it. So look at it that way. Will my life improve sometime in the future? At least a little. It's hard to say. It's the tests are there for a reason. I mean, the work situation needs the chaos for a reason. I don't believe you're going to incarnate here again after this world. So you're going into a new dynamic of yourself. You're going to definitely. I think next year will be a little bit lighter. It's hard to say. The beginning of it would be better. I think, yeah, in the January area, things are going to lighten up, but you know, it's going to get more interesting multi-dimensionally. Let's look at it that way. Tara, does Elvis have any messages for me? Oh, like the singer Elvis? Yeah, it does sing in your astral. You do appear. I believe you sing together. I believe this is the same Elvis you're talking about. You sing together in astral quite a bit. Yeah. You also bring him on stage, so you do a song before he is announced. So you do your, like the what, I don't know what they call it, the intro band. So I see you around a lot of jazz energies. So now he can take different forms like reptilian things of that sort. So, but yeah, you are. I hope I'm connected to the right one. So, yeah, he's like a brother. He's like a little brother to you. He's like a younger soul to you. But yeah, he's a fun one to be around. So, question 2, was my dream about being traded in the Viking tribes as collateral a past life memory? Yes, indeed. Yep. I think your father ran out of money, had no choice to do so. I don't think you were very old. You didn't want to. You didn't have any choice. So, yeah. The ways of the land. Yeah. Well, it's one way to meet new people. Yeah, you're definitely ready for that release. Ouch. Marianne, any messages for me? Yeah, I do see you connecting more to the deep state and Antarctica. Deep state energies are definitely a place that you're in a positive way, and I believe you're very connected to this. I believe you're also assisting David Wilcock bring more information through that he's holding back. He's holding back quite a bit, so I think he might have a nervous breakdown before he breaks. I think there's a lot of stuff he's holding back on, so at least I can pick up on. So he's kind of he might have a nervous breakdown eventually. It's hard to say because he can't say what he wants to say, something around those lines. So you connect with that. What is the past life connection with the hugging saint in Enma from India? In Emma from India. Hugging saint. That's a new one. Sister energies. Arcturian, actually. Many Arcturian connections there. Just connecting into this world was in the physical realms was her idea more than yours. So you can say she brought a lot of people to this world. But now she's a saint, you can say, because of it. There's different ways of looking at it. But yeah, it's definitely a place that you are, yeah. But I believe you've been her mother in other incarnations. So I'm not sure on this world, but somewhere. Not going into this world too strongly. Noah, any messages for me? Yeah, you're coming to a crossroads. Just keep on your creation process. You are connecting to shadow beings. I don't know if that was your last question. Yes, not necessarily for the negative purpose. But you are healing shadow beings. So there is a plasma being and Arcturian energy you do connect to. It's like a blue, like an avian looking being, but it's not a blue avian that you're connecting to. I want to say it has like kind of a duck beak. it's a humanoid being, kind of a bird being, but it's not a duck, but it does have like a duck beak type energy. I know that sounds strange, but I see it pretty clearly. I know it tries to project itself as a small beak, but I think it's a regular duck beak. So, or it's a small beak, but it is connected to a duck. Anyways, but it's definitely a being. Horatu, something for you to connect with. Carol, are there any messages for me? Let's see. You're going into a new timeline energy. You are very connected to Atlantis. You do help Mother Mary and Astral. You're allowing Yeshua to be more seen here. In the no, it doesn't mean he's to be seen here in the physical, but possibly people get visions of Yeshua, the more true nature of him over time. Your energies are all very strong around religions to release the Archon energies. So, question 2: are there any messages for us from the Prime Creator? Yes, be good to each other. Don't feel bad for eating chicken or any type of meat. You need it for now. There'll be lifetimes when you won't need it at all. And for in this, many do actually need the protein from the meat at this time. Someone to bless it, and you'll have future incarnations to heal that aspect of yourself if you feel like you need to. But many do need the meat because of the stress here. It's hard to do it just by eating just grains, and you need the protein from meat. Many do because of life as it is. So don't feel bad about that. That will be healed over time. Things will change. The main timeline is taking things slow because it needs to be slow. So for your Carol, your direction, yes, a grandmother, a mother, a bird being around your family. You are a big bird, basically, protecting your family. So you can say like you're like a hawk in a good sense of the word, of course. So protecting others for sure. Blessings. Amy, I went on a date with a guy named Dave. His late wife died in a car accident. Her name was Becky. I feel like Becky and I were possibly sisters in a past life. Can you tell me about it? Yes, Palladians. On this world, probably I'm seeing more of the aliens of Palladian incarnations. That's fine. She used to be your daughter too. Realized that was a while ago. She is very connected to Mother Mary, and you're just your connection to Dave is kind of heal that side of you're there to heal him. Of course, being a relationship is fine too, but definitely for healing. Do I have past life connections to Dave? I see you as a bird being. Well, yeah, unpossessing him. I see you as him as a reptilian. You're unpossessing, other beings from mind controlling him. Has a lot of lifetimes as a gray, and you're mostly a Palladian being keeping an eye on him. I believe you're friends with them. Human incarnations on this world. Only thing I'm seeing is ancient Rome. This is weird. Quebec. That's Canada. Yeah, they're not going into details of what that means because I think it's like history that's not that clear. At least that you can't really look up. But Quebec, ancient times in Quebec. That's all they're giving me details on that. I know it sounds strange, but it definitely was in Canada. You might have been Indians. They're not giving me full detail. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, I imagine it was just mostly Indians in this area before the white man showed up. But Quebec is definitely an area the two of you know very well. You can say ancient Atlanteans. I'd rather say that. That makes more sense. So, yeah, you have a lot of galactic connections to him, for sure. He is part of your star family right now. So, As for how long you need a connection with him here is up to you. There's no contract like you need to be with this person forever. Nothing like that. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. No worries. Susie, what have you been doing in astral? I see you connecting to the archangel energies. As yes, time will start to speed up. You are putting a puzzle together for humanity. You are connecting also to the deep state, healing that. So they're not really going into details of what would be brought in, but you're connecting to Mars quite a bit. You actually have a lifetime on Mars right now. So it depends on what dimension it is. They're not going into details, but you are connected to that right now. So, and that's not an astral. That's actually physically there. So you might be able to connect. It's decent. It's not like a slave world. It's decent. That's all they're saying. Are there any messages for me? Basically, well, what they say about Mars is not what they're showing us. Let's put it that way. Far from it. Are there any messages for me? You are very connected to the goat being. Now, like the one that's seen in Baphomet, that's, that's like an astral being. Kick everyone's ass, basically. But the goat is actually, have a lot of positive connections to the goat. So you say the Baphomet is kind of like a twisted version of a goat, but you have a lot of positive connections to them. They are just your like soul family energy. They're just wonderful. So connected to the positive sides of that, you probably see more aspects. You're very connected to the rabbits too, and just help you give it more perspective. Galactic societies will become more clear to you. You're very connected to the Yell at this moment. You're allowing more alien knowledge to come into our environment very slowly. It's just that, most of the population is having difficulties accepting all this. So you're kind of like a galactic psychiatrist in some regard, connecting those in astral, helping their astral selves, because not everybody in astral is going well. Some are very stubborn there. So I see it as a psychiatrist. I don't know how you feel about that, but helping their human self open up a little bit more. They can be very stubborn. And Ara, my sister, my daughter, and I have been feeling being watched when we were at home alone. It feels like a Sentinel from that's interesting. X-Men, who is watching us from outside our window. I think it's more of a Zeta energy, but yeah. We have been experiencing someone touching the door handle and hear rattling with keys outside. My sister 4 hours from me. Yeah, it feels like, is there some other dimensional being that is trying to infect? Yeah, a vortex that opened, a dark vortex. There's some Zeta energies there. I believe it will shut itself down on its own. I don't think it's there for very long. I won't put any word into it. Sage and use candles. You should do it too. Yeah, it's scary. It's passing by. Now, it might be there for a while, possibly, but it feels like it will close down eventually, but I don't have any details when. So yeah, this is very real for sure. Just do what you feel like you need. Do what you need to do to protect yourself. Put on a nightlight. Do whatever you need to do. She needs to do the same. Nightlights are good. You can light a candle. I wouldn't leave it running all night, but you can run a candle to clear the vibrations out. Do anything you can. And don't think it won't work. Think it will work. And do definitely several blessings that you feel is comfortable prayer. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, you can say it's part of the deep state energies they are watching for sure. They know you're capable of. So it's normal in certain areas, but your areas, I don't know why they're there, but they're not gonna tell me. So yeah, but yeah, just don't have fear of it. Just do what you know that you are protected. That's the main thing. Jeez, send your energies. Question 2. My sister Victoria have had several assaults where she was forced, followed, or chased. Were those attacks from the same being? A group of beings that were seem like they're the same. Not giving me the details of who they are, but they are war dimensional beings. It's a group of them. Thugs and Astral, basically, they're trying to once again put the fear in her to shut her down. You can also see Men in Black energies are there too, dark ones. Yeah, it's you can say it's similar to like a gang energy in some regard, but just yeah. So it's from a gang from what I see. So just once again, so but energy's up. This will heal. Yeah, I can get really real, can it? Yes. Sunny energies. Jess, what message does my higher self have for me? You're just downloading new positive energies. You're opening up new vortexes within yourself. You open up your chakras. You're trusting the energies around you. Channeling will improve. Just connect. Trusted archangels that you feel you can trust. There'll be a lot of ones of different names. If you need to connect to those. New one, Archangel Orion. So that's different. That's a new one. So yeah, you're healing a lot of the reptilian aspects of yourself for sure. Question 2: what beings have been around me lately, and what messages they have? You're just it's here in California, right? You're clearing a lot of vortexes there. You're not there to interfere with anyone's timeline. You're here to improve yourself. Things will start to kick around for the better eventually. But you're definitely going to go into a new way of life. Just not sure when. You'll connect to new people eventually. Where life will change, but they're not saying when. So they're not going into full details, but I'll just give it some time. Oh yeah, Donna Riggs, the military places. Oh, I don't mess up shit. All I do is drive around the damn thing. It's like shit. Next thing you know, I'm getting possessed. So yeah, I don't mess around with those guys. I just it's paranoia central there, isn't it? No, but psychically I can connect to it. I'm not gonna do it all the time, but so eventually that stuff will start to open up. Question 2: Saturday night I was looking at the stars and I asked my nephew if he would come to me. I focused on the star. It seemed as if it floated towards me, then stopped. Then I asked to come closer, and it appeared that it was. I called out my husband to watch, and I continued to call the star, which now seemed to be sparkling. Wow. It seemed to come closer but stopped at what appeared to be say 50 feet above my husband. Wow. My husband didn't seem to think the star moved at all. Did I see what I thought, or was it an optical illusion? No, I think it was. I think it was moving. Well, it's just his aspect. He wasn't that connected to it. Well, it was moving. The star was moving into your energy field, so you're starting to trust all this stuff. So that's good. Yeah, you have a contract in the third dimension, while your senses aren't opening up as you like to. But it shows, see, you're allowing yourself to open up. So yeah, because part of you, your contract, they're not going into details, is really, but don't feel like that contract is there forever. You'll let it go when the time is right. Obviously, you're showing because you're doing things differently. Do what you do. There's no right or wrong way of doing anything. So yeah, that's pretty fascinating. Yeah, I think you're just keep it up. Question 2: what's my connection with my friend Wendy? You have archangel connections to her, and you two are archangels in other incarnations. I was saying angels, but it feels like archangel energies. The two of you have like a family relationship that goes on forever. Different genders. I see brother connections, father connections. So your brother, her father, to and vice versa. ants and different skin color, on this world too. Yeah, yeah, black, white, not showing Asian, but so yeah, you definitely, yeah. So I'm not sure how you. I believe it was on this world, from what I can tell. So I definitely see the black. So in Africa. So yeah, Africa a long time ago when it was peaceful. There are areas that are so yeah. So, yeah, just keep connecting. Yeah, there's a lot more, but that's the short version of it. Raw in what beings have been around me lately, and what messages do they have? You've been connected to a lot of water beings, fish beings, like fish species. Like think of like uh, underwater fish beings that they do have ships underwater, so they can go further down. Some even alien fish can only go so far, and this is like a humanoid fish. You can say it's connected to the Arcturians. So you are. I'm not sure if you get glimpses of any of this. They are part of the pyramids. They connected to it to it's like pyramids are like what they're showing is like a antenna sending out messages. Even now, these people aren't realizing it here. Still no. So you are connected to kind of like as you know, the galactic alliances for Earth's protection. So think of it, there is some drama there that you're involved with. I'm not sure if you can pick up this fish being, but yeah, they do look like fishes. They do have arms and legs, and they're humanoid. And they can be easily injured, definitely. Think of like the blue avians, but as a fish, in scales instead of feathers. So give you a little bit more understanding what I'm talking about. So, but you definitely connected to that. A lot of them. Yeah. It's very peaceful. They're peaceful beings, but I'm just seeing, because I'm using Avatar, the movie, as an example, it's similar to that as for things are going on with them. So I just see one in a ship underwater roaming around. They're looking for something. I don't know what they're doing. So it's coming pretty clear. Don't see that very often. Do I have any messages from my guides or angels? Yes, the crystal energies that were brought to this earth in the past. You have ancestry to it because you're part of the ancestors that brought those crystals that helped the Atlanteans with their powers in the ancient world. They're not saying who these beings are, but they're obviously very ancient. You can say there's a lot of Elohim energies around them, but they're not really going into details. But there are the ancient ones that they don't have a lot of emotion because they don't feel like they need any, but they are higher dimensional beings. So yeah, you imagine ancient beings bringing crystals to this earth to assist with the Atlantean powers that were to be. And of course, those are used against the planet eventually. But that was known too in the early stages. Henry, we'll go to first one. Do I have any messages from the Vulcan Collective? Moment. Yes, they realize that you are a part of a contracts that are very difficult on this world. You do have many relationships, lovers, in other dimensions where you have, several partners, female connections. And this is not seen as a negative. You have many reasons for it. They're not going into details here, but you're also like a ship's captain with the Vulcans too. A pilot, mostly a pilot. And you go out every night, they say, to not what is not to cause trouble, not to go to war. You just have missions. That's what they're showing. So that's going on right now. Yeah, kind of like a galactic truck driver, but not carrying goods though. Do I have any messages from Santa? Yes, things. Well, yes, you do connect him to the astral realms. He can't eat more than anybody, and still not really gain much weight. Um, so you learned that from the Prime Creator, you can say. But yes, he's very connected to you, and he's think of him as a good luck charm. So you can also remove the red suit and just give him a different, you know, clothing. Look at him differently. But he's basically like a good luck charm. Look at him like that. Yes, there's different variations of him here, but even here, he's a good luck charm for many people, like kids. It might be materialistic, but it does bring joy to kids. So, of course, there's a lot of negative to it because kids don't have anything. But abundance is in different ways. But he's there to help the magic. You find the magic within yourself. Um, just there to open up your chakras. Just realize, you're, you know, receiving good luck charms or good luck energies. Erican, do I have any Anunnaki lifetimes? Several where you interfere with ships as they travel, and also, well, not. It just you had the capabilities of doing it. That's something you did all the time. There's a movie called was it Valor? Oh, what's the name of it? Was it Valerian? Of 1,000 planets. I can't think of his name. It's okay. Let me see. Valkyrian. I can't think of it. Of 1,000 planets. 1,000 planets. The reason I mentioned this, what is it called? Valor. I can't pronounce Valerian. Valerin. Those alien beings are at the beginning of it. That's kind of the white beings. It's similar to Anunnaki. Think of that. Maybe even more primitive is what they're saying, but yeah, so you've connected the world similar to that. Look at the beginning of that movie. I think it's on Netflix and stuff like that. And you can probably feel Anunnaki. It's similar to that, not exactly, but they have their energies there. Think of them; they can travel anywhere, but they sometimes like to look very primitive to trick other species to try and invade them, and then they like take all their stuff. So they kind of look like weak. Oh, we're weak. Look at us. We're pathetic. Come invade us. Some of them are like that. I think you're part of something around those lines. But yeah, you're part of the higher Anunnaki. It doesn't do that anymore, but some still do. So one way to get people to get their stuff. But yeah, you have quite a few of that. Any messages for me? Yeah, you're definitely opening up yourself to other various versions of yourself. The fish is another connection you can dive into. See what you feel on that. You're also part of like Africa during its ancient times of the caveman. You're very connected to that. Not saying exactly out of lifetime as a caveman, but you're very connected to African cave people. Let's put it that way. So you might see yourself as an alien being, experimenting with humans and not going into details of that, kind of letting you see what you feel. Yeah, I don't know if you feel connected, but the bird, you're very connected. The carrions, the eagle, you're very connected to that. I'm not sure if you mentioned that. So you might feel, it's like you definitely don't mess with them, but you're definitely part of their species. I do see them with arms though, like us. But there's different versions of them. Oh my God, it's Moses. A moment. Okay. Does my higher self have a message for me? Let's see here. You're used to being a lot, not necessarily materialistic now, but you're used to being very unmaterialistic. You have a lot of lifetimes as an Indian. Think of like India. Think of primitive times in India. I'm not sure if you feel any connections there. This is a long, long time ago. Jungles of Africa, you're very connected to also. So one of the reasons that you've left that world, but part of you can connect to those time periods. And you did see the aliens back then as as an African being. Yeah, it was quite normal, but there wasn't. What are you gonna tell? Some might do drawings of all of that's been destroyed. Is there someone with a message for me, please? Message from the Arcturians. You're used to being in water worlds. Fishes seems to be a title of today. City is underwater. Think of underwater as energy field, purple water, yellow energy, usually a purplish type of bluish purple world, where it might feel like you're underwater, but you're not really. Where everyone's floating around, almost like a fish, swimming, and you can open up dimensions and portals and visit other realities that are similar to yours. This is what you're used to. Now, in this world, the physical world is not easy for anybody. Many have been incarnate here for a long time, so they're disconnected from the spirit world. But this is the world you're used to, is a world of very fluid. No, do not have any money. Do fish have money? No. Well, most of the sea life don't have money. I don't think any of them do. So think of aliens. Look at fish, and you might be able to see aliens that way. They're just kind of doing their thing. Of course, a lot more than swimming around. They do, but they do create other realities through their thoughts and send them out to be created. They just, they're always looking for new things to connect with and create. Doesn't mean they have to create a whole another universe, but some do, some don't. Everyone's in a creation process. So realize, yes, this aspect of human is just a slowdown, but other realities, everything's going very fast. Miles, do I have any messages from my higher self about my current life choices? Oh yeah, you're going in the right direction. You might not be the best, and you like it, but you are. You'll work it out. Just stay strong with it. Does my friend Justin M have any messages from his spirit guides on some of his most influential lifetimes? Apparently, he's known Gandhi in another lifetime. So I'm not sure if you can connect to that. You know Gandhi and recent Gandhi as an energy that he will basically maybe start to remember. Possibly. So influential. Well, you knew Gandhi. That was influential. Not going into details of that exactly. He has to kind of discover it, but it was like a very close connection. Let's put it that way, in a positive way, like a family way. So we'll get it that way. Let's see, Keanu. I've been getting a lot of injuries on my feet in the last month. Is there a reason why I keep hurting my feet? It's no. You can say a new direction is coming. You can say it's just that hard choices have to be made for it to happen. So just keep going forward. There will be mistakes, but you will heal. Look at it that way. Mistakes with your feet all beat up, it will heal. So there's going to be some mistakes on the road, but not to worry about it. All right, any messages from my higher self? yeah, your alien connection is going to start increasing. Please download. It's only if you want it. It's somebody that's going to start increasing. You might connect to species none of us have ever heard of, but it's all right. And you have been a tree in another incarnation. I'm not sure if you feel that tree. You have been a tree, definitely. Jim F. I'm just looking at something else. Okay. Tuesday night I slept more than usual, but still felt tired. Was I busy and asshole? Yeah, tell me about it. I know exactly what you feel. Yeah, the Earth is going through a lot of changes. You're you're doing a lot of shifts in your timeline. You're like you're going into you're into 10, like you're working on 10 years of your life before you've experienced it. And it's like you're building the roadmap. Not to say it wasn't built before, but it seems like you're part of you is kind of experiencing some of the tests you're going to go through in some regard. You're kind of setting it all up. Not to say life's going to turn upside down for you or anything like that, but I'm not seeing the future is not easy. It's not intended to be, but it's I would say more people are going to start waking up to this stuff too. And I also see you like with like a bell going around people and kind of ring it. It's like, wake up, people. I don't know if you want to call it waking up, but call it whatever you want. But you are assisting with the ascension in your own way. I just saw an alligator being and a lion. So as a lion person, you made peace with a lot of lizard people or alligator beings, reptilian. Yeah, you made peace with a lot of them in their past. So that's kind of what you're doing right now too. I would say alligator beings. Yeah, they mentioned reptilian. Reptilian have alligator. They don't have the big ass snouts. These, what I see with you, have the big. Those are kind of interesting. Why not? Right? It looks like a cartoon, doesn't it? But that's kind of the idea. Let's see here. I already kind of closed it down, but we'll make an exception here. Didn't work. Enough. I don't know what it means. And Bether win. Any messages from anyone? Well, I'm going to your second question first. Will this new idea I have about the stones to block microwaves and radiation manifest? Yes, it will. Just whatever stones you feel comfortable, because you're giving the power to the stones to make it work. So yes. Any messages for me? I do see you creating crystal grids. I don't know if you're doing that now. Crystal grids are good for you. Yeah, do whatever you feel. But some people are way out the crystals on their floor or somewhere. I think that'll be good energy for you. Yeah, crystal grids. And this goes for other people too. I don't normally get messages like that. Crystal grid, you might. Yeah, just putting crystals together and maybe creating a couple of them, maybe on a counter or a table, wherever you like, is definitely bringing new energies for you. Excellent. 1 to 11. What is going on, Astral? I keep having, even trying to read this. I'm getting keep having experiences in the same old house I live in for 20 years. It's always in worse shape with all kinds of squatters living in it. I don't know how to remove them, but I don't want the house. Just a lot of stuff where people are in my space. No matter what house or place I am, no privacy, lots of it, just too much. Uh, yeah, it feels like an archon energy. Now think of your house as the world. I don't think it's your house, it's the world. The world doesn't seem like it's really changing. It's an old world. It has, squatters and all this. And I feel like you're healing a lot of the archon energies. And sometimes it feels like you're getting nowhere. So you're very connected to the spirit world. And what's happening is a lot of people are stuck in their old ways, like the squatters. So you have to kind of work with what you got. You can't interfere with well, you can't interfere with free will, but it turns into a dictatorship, and you don't get good karma with that, and everything goes to hell. So yeah, you're kind of dealing. It's frustration. So it's you're definitely working with the spirit world for sure, and you are making changes. It's just as a human, you're feeling the frustration. Even in the spirit world, there's less frustration because you understand it better. But even there, you can feel it here. Question two: I was watching a lady in Astral looking at an old-fashioned computer monitor, and I saw a being that had very long, round body with extremely long neck for a strip of skin. It was like that. It was like a lighter color, like that they had to put an extension on his neck. I was looking through his eyes from behind her head, and he saw me disappear. I took her, and she said, "Yes, and now he has his hooks in you." What does that mean? Only thing I can see with that is that he's giving you a different perspective. Though his guy's hooks in you is like, I think he's just giving you. Now it's funny. I think that came up in the webinar about a human with a long neck. Now, yeah, it's like brace for a different perspective. Don't think you're being attacked or anything like that. Now, sometimes an astral might feel like that way because they want to get your attention, but I don't think it's an attack at all. Think of a human with like a long neck, like a giraffe, and just your perspective is going to be definitely massively shifted. And they're doing other things too to break us out. And it's another way of breaking us out of this reality. So I want to look at any of this as a negative at all. I'm not to say you are, but yeah, putting the extension on his neck. Yeah, it's an alien race. They're not really going into details. It doesn't matter who they are. Most of these beings could care less. It's like we need it because we need to, cow. Nothing wrong with that. But a lot of these alien species don't believe in any of it. But he saw me and he disappeared. He disappeared because he didn't want to. He has more. But I think it just got you to just open up your perspective. So that was fascinating. Yeah, I wouldn't look at it as a negative at all. It's just strange. But yeah, things are going to. Yeah, just images might come to your mind, because we're so used to this form. But think of a long neck. Think of big ears. Think of a big nose. Think of all just. Just make you go crazy, right? Think about all that. So big hands. I think they like some of them showing me people with big hands. Jeez. So yeah, that's like the astral world. So, but there are species that do have humans with big ass hands. Can you imagine that? I'm not sure what they do all day, but I guess it doesn't matter. So, or maybe they're teaching them how to play basketball and football and stuff like that. So yeah, there's definitely more to that. Basco, any messages for me from anyone? You are cutting through the matrix more. Your third eye is opening up to higher dimensional energies. You are connecting to Buddha. Buddha has very similar life changes as you, is being tested through a brother of his that did not believe in any of this. you're kind of going through it in a little bit of ways, but you want to evolve more, and you are very connected to shark beings. Think about shark beings that have legs and arms, and maybe not that evolved, but they're, like you might see in a cartoon, but you are very connected to them. It's because some people don't take these beings that seriously, and you actually stop and talk to them. For example, and you do that with Bigfoot too. Bigfoot, many people are very connected to Bigfoot. But you connect to beings that, you know, that a lot of people won't stop and say hello. Like, or most of our species would run away, as you know. But a lot of people are awake in here and won't do that. But you're kind of like Indiana Jones in some ways. Like, you're interested in everything. You're slowly diving into that. It's like anything is different, better than this reality. But it adds to this reality too. So, like, for example, the giraffe is because it's kind of like it's because the giraffe is like wallets are like that, big long neck, just walking around eating stuff basically. That's all they're doing. Have kids, go eat, just hang out. Nothing wrong with that. Helping us chill out. So it's just a good vibration though. So we need all the mellowness we can get. So there's more, but that's yeah, we'll leave you with that. Yeah, you're very connected to the koala bear. Uh think of those species, think of them as aliens and see what you pick up from that. So question 2, girlfriend wants to know if there is karma from her current job. She's a substitute teacher. No, I don't know. No, if you need to yell at those people, yell at them. I mean, you should be given sainthood for dealing with these people, with these kids. Don't worry about it. Yeah, no, you're getting good. You're getting positive karma like you would not believe. So if you have to have discipline, do it because they need it. You're not doing it to be mean. You're doing it because you have to. Because the kids put you in that situation. So discipline is because you're doing the right thing. You're not doing it to, if you're abusing your power, that would be different. She's not doing that. No, nobody's perfect, but she is getting like sainthood by doing this. Shit. Imagine she would feel that. Yeah, it's interesting. Well, because there are negative energies there that want to make her feel that you're bad and this and that, which makes sense. They want to shut her down. But that's not going to happen. I think the opposite. She's hard on herself, but then again, when you're dealing with that type of darkness, it makes sense because they want to trick her into thinking that she's bad and she's not. I don't think so. She's doing what she has to. She's doing her job. She's doing it very good. It's a war zone there, isn't it? They should allow the teachers to have tasers. They just taser the little fuckers. I don't care what age they are. Just taser them. Look at me funny, taser them. So, like, just taser them all. I'm sorry, but that's true. It's like, jeez. So no, I think she's getting positive karma with all that. Yeah, definitely. Just, oh, jeez. I mean, yeah, be a teacher, you almost have to have like football, and you have to be suited up for war, basically. Like have your helmet on and your gear to deal with them. So anyway, maybe I went a little bit far with that. So all right. All right, take care, everyone. Thank you for your questions. Made it through it. Tomorrow. Oh, I don't remember to put. Gee, I forgot. Next webinar is Tuesday because I have to work on Thursday. So next one, I was going to mention at the beginning of this. So it's Tuesday. And then after Tuesday, normal week, nothing on that Thursday. And then it'll be Thursday after that. So, all right, blessings, everyone. Take care. Have a great night. And I'll be back Neutron Beyond tomorrow. And then I'll have something with 5 enough energy. All right, take care. Much love.